Alrighty guys, I'm KC and welcome to a brand new episode of Castle Quest. It's been a little while and I did pop those in the wrong chest. Logs go up here. And in today's episode, what I want to do is I want to begin work on the island here because we've been spending a little bit of time over here on this side of things. Finishing up this in the past couple of episodes, which is... I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. I popped these logs in, didn't I? Because I thought, oh yeah, they look really cool. But the chests are sort of right there. Idiot. That's alright, that's alright. We can make this work a little bit. And bloop. There we go. That's working a little bit. Nope. There's my stone. I'm missing like a whole stack of stone. Did this just not do fully? Oh well. It doesn't matter. Because today I want to start work on the land here. Because this is going to be part of our island and the ship is looking really terrible. I do want to do that in the near future. But I want to do this Halloween thing. This Halloween themed, like, I don't know, prank maybe? I want to deal with this. And I want to put a cart in this area. Oh. I'm just thinking about this. The cart design I've got is like 15 blocks long and quite wide. So I don't think it's going to fit in this area here. Maybe I have to go back to the drawing board. I mean, it would fit very nicely over here. But I wanted to put a bit of a dock over here. You know, I do want respiration. But the very first thing that I want to do today, is I want to go onto my ship. I want to grab my fence posts. I want to grab some wheat. I don't know what I'm going to do now because I was going to do that cart here, but the cart I've got is quite big and it's not going to fit. I need to come up with a smaller design. So maybe we'll just do a hodgepodge episode where we just do some random stuff. So what I want to do is I just want to bring these. I know these fences don't. I'm going to need more fences. I mean, who didn't give me enough? It's like this one's a hodgepodge. But I suppose we could take these fences because I don't need these anymore. Maybe we just spend an episode getting some stuff sorted out. I don't know. We'll see where the episode leads. We'll see where the episode leads. I don't have really much time to come up with another idea because today's Tuesday and tomorrow, unfortunately for me, I'm out. I'm burying my uncle, finally. That makes it sound horrible. Not finally as in finally he's being buried. I mean, the funeral is taking place tomorrow. So, I'm kind of sort of been in limbo of when the funeral was going to take place. And now I know. So, I'm going to be at that tomorrow. And then I've got to go to the wake afterwards, which, I don't know, it's strange because the wakes have always been held in my family by my Uncle Gary. Now, I don't really talk to my Uncle Gary that much. He's a blood uncle, so he's my mum's brother. And I don't really talk to him that much. In fact, he had a son when I was a kid. He had a son that was murdered. And I was terrified of going to his house as a kid because I always thought the son got killed there. But I didn't find out that he didn't get killed there till I was like 15, 16, and I asked my mum. This is what we're here for. We've got one cow on the island. The only cow, and I'm nicking it. And like every time I've been to his house, I've always stayed outside on the back garden. I don't like going in his house. I don't like being in his house. It's just... well, I genuinely don't like it there. Not because he's horrible or anything, just because of everything when I was a kid. That fear built up, and then when I found out, it wasn't long before my nan's wake that we found out, and then my uncle's wake was there, and it's like now I've got another uncle's wake there, and I've been asked to go, so I can't like just go to the funeral and not go to the wake. And plus, I was close to the uncle. I really cared about him, so it wouldn't make sense for me not to go, and I want to go. I want to pay my respects. I was raised to pay respects, So I'm going to pay my respects, pay my dues. And you're one hell of a slow cow, matey. You really, really are. So it looks like I'm not going to be doing the wagon, but maybe we can work a little bit on a kelp farm. Because, like I said, I want to start selling the kelp block for fuel, mainly. And we're kind of getting slow on that front, you know. I should be making more videos than I'm making at the minute. I mean, to be honest, I'm kind of in line with everybody else. Everybody else makes about one video a week, so I'm kind of in line with them. But I'd like to be making them every other day. That's kind of where I'd like to be. But I just haven't had the time. I hate it that we don't have time. Although, that being said, I've got a lot of free time coming up now. But I keep saying that, and I end up not with free time. I end up, something else keeps popping up. But this time, I do believe I have a lot of free time. And I'm streaming. Yes, I'm returning to streaming. I used to stream before I did YouTube. I used to stream many, many years ago. I actually had a job streaming. Some company paid me to stream on their platform, and then their platform went bust. And I just kind of... Twitch is like a huge platform, and streaming on there, so you get next to no viewers, and it's really just tough and hard to build a audience on Twitch. And I didn't have the time to build an audience there, because I would stream on this other platform for like 2 hours a day. That was like all the free time that I had to stream, and I would get 30 to 40 viewers, and I even topped 60 at once. Yet, for the same amount of time streaming the exact same thing on Twitch, I would stream to 2 or 3 viewers. The gate's there. So when that platform went bust, I just didn't feel like the need to go back to streaming. Now I do. I want to go back to it. And I'm going back to Twitch. So if you want to, I've got my bed on me. Who put my bed in my inventory? Who did that? So if you kind of want to follow me over there, you can. The links are in the description. I plan to stream 5 days a week. At the minute, we are playing the Assassin's Creed franchise. So, let's see. We've got 1 cow. Can we find another cow? I don't think there'll be another cow on this island somewhere. And I don't want to spend the whole episode looking for cows, although I would like to create some sort of... I mean, if we were to create a kelp farm, I would want it out on the water. Something a little like this. Although, now I'm thinking about it, this could be the kelp farm here, and I could put my house like over here. So I'm going to put a couple of other buildings. Or maybe we could just do like a big house going round here, and then have the kelp farm here. But I don't have respiration on here. And we could do that. What did I use here? This was spruce, wasn't it? Yes. So, yeah, let's talk about some plans that I want to do. I need to finish this house off. So, the plans that I want to do is, I think we're going to have a big house, not like a big house, but maybe like a couple of houses all intertwined going around here to finish off the outside here. I was going to put a storage system in here, or like a small wooden fort, but I might do a kelp farm, although I do like the idea of the wooden fort idea. I mean, we could always start to get that in place, get some base down for it. And then on here, I want to have like a little village, just a small one. And I think that'll be my base, and when we've done that, my base will be completed. So let's just grab some... It is spruce that we are using over there, isn't it? Yes, it is spruce. So let's just grab all these spruce logs. Let's actually grab... I'm going to need some more spruce at some point in the future. So let's grab that. And spruce... No, that's not spruce. Spruce, 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 spruce. Okay. So now we can actually start planning this out a little bit, but I want to just go ahead and take... What if anyone has like a... Actually, let's just plant 2 like that, and then we'll leave a gap 4, plant another 2, leave a gap. Plant another 2, leave a gap. And then when these grow, I'll plant ones here. And then we can have like a thing here. Ordinarily I would use bone meal, but there isn't a skeleton farm on this server yet. Or at least if there is, I haven't seen it. Okay. So let's just start planning out this like... This is what I want to be my main storage system, I think. It's some sort of fort. I don't know yet. So I definitely want to go up. I want this to be higher than do I want... I think I want a slab over here, like so, and then like so. Can't believe my episode idea fell through. So sad, but it's alright. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. Gives me a chance to just sort of brainstorm some ideas, because I'm sort of in a creative slump at the minute. It's like, I know what I want to do, but I'm just not getting... Oh, look at all the fishies. Yes, I'm not getting all the fishies. I get off topic so easily. It's unrealistic. I think it's just because I've got so much going on in my personal life at the minute. Or at least I had. It's sort of like all coming to a close. So that's good. I'm finally getting my streaming back on track, which means giving up some form of work. Which is... because I used to like work for myself. But I got recently asked to do like social media for a company, and it's like super easy. And it's really good. It allows me to it gives me the time to do YouTube. So I kind of want to start using that, but I sort of just had to phase out the other part of my life first. Now I've kind of phased that out, and I've got so much more free time on my hands. Or at least I'm going to. Like, I should have like a ton of free time this week. But there's always something. There's always something you forget, isn't it? Like, oh man, I forgot to do this, this, and this. And speaking of that, I've got to ring my landlord. I've just remembered about that. I broke the heating box, so I've got no heating. It's cold. It's freezing cold. But I'm one of them people that love it cold. I'd rather be in a cold house than in a boiling hot house. Give me the winter chills over the summer heat any day. My wife's the opposite. She prefers the summer heat over the winter chills. And it's just dreadful. Like, I'm one of them people that, in the winter, I love having my windows open in my bedroom. All day, every day, all night. The colder it is, the more I'm shivering, the better I sleep for some bizarre reason. My wife's the opposite. She's one who wraps up in the covers in the summer, likes to be all toasty and warm. But I'll tell you something. It's really good when you go, babe, go to bed. And she goes to bed like an hour before you, and then you go up to bed and you get in bed and she's just like super warm. It's like having a big hot water bottle. It's the best thing in the world. And then when I'm all nice and warm, she's all freezing cold and I get the dead eye. Yep. Probably shouldn't do that. So this is kind of like what I'm thinking here. Is that we would go up like that. Which I kind of do like. But yeah. And I'm hoping to be able to put more time into my episodes. I think I need more stairs, don't I? Yes, I do. I did have a crafting table over here, but the crafting thief struck and stole it. Okay. We only need, like, one more set of stairs. No, that's not where they go. That's where they go. And was I putting stairs under there? No, I wasn't. I can do, and I might do. That might be the smart thing to do. But for now, let's just do this. We'll have a bit of a talky episode. It's okay to have a talky episode every once in a while. I need to now find up a design. So, let's talk about streaming, because it'd be interesting if you guys wanted to stop by and check out the stream. Because I'm playing Assassin's Creed. Now, the story of this game is actually really interesting to me. Anyway, not the actual story of the game itself, but how it interacts with me as a person. Because many moons ago, I didn't have a job. I was in full-time education. I had a girlfriend who I was engaged to be married to, and I had a little baby girl. And my mum couldn't take the stress of us being there. Now, my mum's a lovely woman. She's an amazing woman, but she was like nearly 50, and she had 2 teenagers doing what teenagers do, and we've got a baby girl. So she told us that she wanted us to leave, and we had to find somewhere else to leave. And we contacted our council, who usually help out with these matters, and they was going to help us out, but it was going to take a few months, and my mum didn't want to wait a few months, so she told us, we had like this row at one point, and she told us we had to leave there and then. So we left. And the council put us into homeless accommodation, which is this which different councils, different things. But for us, it was this like little set of bungalows that was right slap bang in the middle of nowhere. The nearest point of civilization from us was a half an hour walk away. Buses didn't even go up here, you know. And I had to leave college, and there's no place to get a job there because there just wasn't. So I didn't know what to do, and I ended up in homeless, and we were in this place in the middle of nowhere with no money, no furniture, no nothing. And the only thing that I had was my Xbox 360 and my PS3, which had been bought for me by my... actually, my Xbox had been bought for me by my mum for my birthday a couple of years prior, and the PS3 was a Christmas present. And I wouldn't sell it because they were bought for me as a present, and I don't like selling stuff that's bought for me as a present. I keep all sorts of stuff I do. I've got this whole like box of sentimental stuff. Even this party popper that was popped at one of my birthday parties by my cousin. You know, I've still got that. I like keeping anything that has sentimental value. But anyway, so as I'm in this homeless accommodation, right, I needed to get some sort of entertainment in that house because we had nothing. We had this old TV that was one of them box tellies from like the 90s. And the only thing that we had for entertainment, my wife and I, was the PS3, the Xbox 360, and these games that we had. We had Assassin's Creed 1 on both consoles, Assassin's Creed 2 on both consoles. We had Gears of War only on one, and we had Dynasty Warriors Gundam 2. And we ended up playing Assassin's Creed 1 together, and we found every single one of the flags. You got to find like these flags. There's like 100 in each of the areas. We found all of them ourselves without a guide. It took a long time, but that's because we had absolutely nothing to do. There was no satellite television or cable television up there. There was no internet up there. Not even my phone couldn't even get a signal up there. You know, there was nothing to do up there. There was nowhere to go because, like I said, the nearest point of civilization was like half an hour away. We had no money. Oh, these grow. Cool. So we were just kind of living off what little income we did have and waiting to get a permanent house because this house was in homeless accommodation, so it's only temporary. They need to find you a place, and they did. They found us this place that I live in now. I've lived here for like 9 years now. 8, 9 years, something like that. I think I'm the only member of my family to never move from the house I was originally permanently put in. But anyway, I think I may take this back a step, or I might do something. Anyway, so I ended up playing Assassin's Creed 1 and 2 quite a lot, Gears of War 2 a lot, and Dynasty Warriors Gundam a lot. Like, a lot. For 2 months, this was all we had. We couldn't afford much of anything, and when we did finally get a little bit of money, this is an interesting story, actually. Now, at the time, I was 18. No, I wasn't. I was 19, I apologise. And my wife was 20. My wife's a year older than me. Although we weren't married at the time. Yes, we had a child out of wedlock. Boo-hoo. We did end up getting married in the end, though. But anyway, little interesting story. My wife and I were actually just laughing about this the other night. We finally had a little bit of money. And my wife had wanted to show me what Jack Daniels tastes like. And I'd never drank Jack Daniels. I wasn't much of a drinker. My wife did enjoy a bit of a drink. So, I mean, she wasn't like she had to have alcohol all the time. But she could appreciate a nice beverage like that. Whereas I never really was one for it. So, we went to the Tesco, which was like an half an hour walk away. It was the nearest thing to us. And we decided we were going to get a film and we were going to get some Jack Daniels. And we went to the checkout. And my wife had ID. I didn't have ID. And my wife got ID'd. And my wife showed her the ID. And they said they weren't willing to serve her because I was there and I didn't have ID. Now, this was interesting because we bought Jack Daniels and we bought a film. And the thing that they was unwilling to serve was the film. Now, this was a 15 film. I can't remember exactly what it was. I think it was like Dumber and Dumber 2. It might have been a 12. It wasn't an expensive film. It'd been out a while. It was in their like pound box, which was like a dollar bin or something. You know, because we didn't have a lot of money. But they were willing to serve her the Jack Daniels. They didn't stop her buying the Jack Daniels, which is alcohol, which in the UK you have to be over 18 to drink. But they was willing to serve the DVD. Strange. They weren't willing to serve the DVD, sorry. They were willing to serve the Jack Daniels, willing to let her buy that, but not the DVD. It's absolutely ridiculous, but it's a good fun memory. Mind you, I'm 28 and I still get ID'd at the shop in the village I've lived in for many, many years every time there's a new person on. And that's not for alcohol, that's for scratch cards, because I don't drink alcohol anymore. Actually, I've never really drank alcohol. I used to have some on New Year's and that was it. Never felt the need for it. So this is a little platform that we've got. And I think I definitely want to start by just sort of marking like... I want to do like a circle, but I don't want to do it like too big. I mean, we could do that, but then that would be... No, because I want the gap to be 3, so maybe we don't do a circle. Maybe we just do 3, like so, 3. Because I want there to be like a wall on the outside that you walk down. That's off, because, yes, of course it's off. So if we do that, and then we could have like this whole wall. And then we could have like a gate there. Yeah, it kind of looks cool. So that is right? That's what I did over here. So yeah, I'm now playing Assassin's Creed again. Now, I played Assassin's Creed 1 and 2 when I was in Homeless. But shortly after I came out of Homeless, Assassin's Creed was like brand new out at this time. But shortly after I came out of Homeless, I had one very important thing to do. I needed to furnish a house. And the houses where I live are quite big, you know. I've got a kitchen, a reasonable sized kitchen. It's probably the smallest room in the house, to be honest with you. I've got an office. I've got 2 bedrooms. I've got a dining room, which is the size of my living room, and I've got a living room, which is the size of a living room, quite big. You know, 2, 3. So I had this whole huge house and no money to furnish it with. So kind of like every money that I got went on furniture. So I ended up not buying the new Assassin's Creed as they came out. And by the time that I was like, okay, my house is now furnished and looking lovely and pretty, it was like, oh, hang on a moment. There's how many out? The hell was that? So yeah, zoop. Is that a drown with a trident? No, there's nothing down here. Huh. And there's no one else online causing that sound. Maybe it's just a fish diving around. Could be. Hang on a minute, that doesn't add up. That's because that should be there. And then that should be there. Okay, now it adds up. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Why doesn't that add up? Aha. Nope, that works. Aha! That's 2. So yeah, when it actually came to the fact that I had the money to buy the new Assassin's Creed, there were so many out that the fact that the first and second game literally continued right off from one another, I was a bit hesitant to buy the new one because I didn't want to miss out on any of the story, but at the same time I didn't want to play all of these games when I really wanted to play the new one. So I decided to buy a game that I really wanted to play, and I bought Gears 3. There we go, and this would be like the main house of it all. And I don't know exactly what we're going to do, but I wouldn't mind like having... like... Actually, let's not do that there. Let's do this. Like, just here for now. And then... I'm trying to conserve the logs, okay? Because I need to go and get some. So I might do this on a stream. Just see how this looks. As like a baseline. Baseline. Yeah, cool. So we've actually got some shape. And I think what I'll do is I'll probably take these like down. So if we just... Because for now we're only bringing them to the water's edge till I can get Aqua Affinity. And we've got one cow towards the enchanting table, which I desperately need. I think I'm the only castle quester without an enchanting table. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. That'll do, piggy. That'll do. And then what we'll do is we'll put, obviously, those there like so. Now, the question is, I mean, that looks really nice. And we probably would put another one like right there. Because I want the walls on top to be walkable, but I don't want the walls down here to be walkable. Just because I want it to look like very bandit themed. So yeah. Yeah, but I think I'm going to go ahead and call this episode here. We talked about Assassin's Creed, streaming, and planning our actual house. So yeah, it's a bit of a hodgepodge episode. My original plans was to do a... cart here, but I spent like 3 or 4 hours the other night trying to come up with a cart design I liked, and I couldn't find a small one that I liked. All the ones that I liked were big. I tried so many times to do a small one, and no matter how much I tried, I don't think that's going to allow me to grow another one next to it, just because of all these leaves. I'm going to try though. There we go. I don't think I actually have any bone meal or a bone meal. I want to see if it will actually grow. Mob drops are in one of these chests. I have 5 bones, which is 15 bone meal. And I don't think that anyone's selling mob drops. Oh, yep, I can grow that. I can grow that. There we go. So at least now I've got like a major tree to chop down. Cool. But guys, that's going to do it for this episode. So if you've enjoyed the video, please do consider leaving a like. It really helps out the channel and I really do appreciate it. So please do leave that like and click subscribe if you want to see more from me. Guys, I'm KC. I want to thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.